Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Aaron Jones, no picnic a week ago. He's looking for another big game, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Green Bay Packers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. There's Carson Wentz bringing out the Philadelphia Eagles. 21 touchdown passes, just 7 interceptions for him last year until a back injury knocked him out in Week 14. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Quickly now a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
And partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss. The veterans told me, I actually like this because I keep my anger for this short amount of time.
Now Wentz on third down. Gonna look deep for Jeffery. And that is gonna be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffery. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions. And whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Next to score, Eagles 7.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember meeting him when he was playing at Cal, and I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his...
Back up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
And they should be. They simplified their offense, and they'll just let their playmakers go out and do what they do best.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's the
meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. We'll take a look at the starters here defensively for the Packers. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
When I look back at the stats from last week's game, I thought it was a typo. That was a misprint. It's one thing to hold someone
down. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffery.
And how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. We'll look now at our starting defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers, and this is caught. It's Jimmy. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Jones has it, and able to get the... Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And here's Rodgers, throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. Rodgers again now. Open man is Allison, complete. Let's go, boys, let's go. The 37-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to be on 2nd down. It's Jones. On 1st down, Jones. Now this one from the 17, Rodgers. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at they'll run it with Williams. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, to power his way forward.
Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. For 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try.
On 2nd down now. It's Howard. From the gun on 3rd down. Wentz. Aguilar has it. The drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Wentz's throw into that, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off. Give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right, 2nd down. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. and their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
After review of the play.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And from the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
Secondary figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will be throwing again. Rodgers.
Throwing. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far
again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Eluding the pressure run of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
They take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there.
Seconds left in the first half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. In the early window, lots of good matchups to choose from. We'll highlight the game in Detroit, a big one for the Lions, as they'll have to do battle with the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. In the late afternoon games, one of the best of the bunch will be at Soldier Field in Chicago, where it'll be the Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, a good one in the Bayou. A couple of division winners from a year ago. Cowboys, Saints, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right.
17 through the air, not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. Flushed out right, and a big loss here as he expected. They hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. We talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, all right away.
Yeah,
defense. We got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the
shotgun now for Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Wentz connecting with his tight end, Goddard.
Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, this is caught by Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Wentz going to throw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's
6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball on their routes.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground.
They head to the field now with the game this close. You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
Complete. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Backs last year, that's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. Rodgers on the money to the completion, went just shy of the marker. To throw is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And 6, not bad. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. This is Jones. Convert on 3rd and inches. Now Rodgers. And nearly to throw again. Rodgers. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him.
10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete at 10. Running from the gun with Howard. And he's going to be stopping into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Wentz. Late, and of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and I'm going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Throwing is Rodgers.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Offensively, after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Howard. And he'll get... They go with Howard again. And they're going to get a season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're going to have this. Rodgers to throw. And he can't get it long. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Back to throw. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Pass interference. Defense.
Hey, echo.
Back to throw. Rodgers. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So, fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Philadelphia, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.